Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bull Paragon channel. Remember, everything that we talk about here is just traders collaborating. None of this is investment advice. Everybody needs to make their own decisions with their own money. So as we get forward looking into this, Ilya brought this up in the Discord, talking about seeing a lot of chatter around trading with EMA crossovers. And I think one of the most misunderstood conceptions with EMA crossovers is just trading the crosses. So SLB is one that we've been playing a lot here in the Discord. And as we look at this crossover, we've got an 8 and 21 EMA on this chart. We use a cloud. We used to call these rivers back before clouds were popular, but we're looking at 821 crossovers. And when we have it here at 1110, we actually wait for that candle to close. And when we get our 1115 candle, we're actually getting into this. Let's bring this back over and look at regular candles for a moment. When we get this cross and we're looking at this, the close of this candle that confirms if you are buying right when it confirms on the cross. Some people don't because we might not get much movement. They wait for these to open up a little bit. But if we buy right on that cross, we're actually getting into this position at a price when we look up here at the top of 56.15. And if we wait for the cross to come back down, like we had a good strong move here. This was a strong move where there was opportunity for profit and people made money on this trade. The people who did not were the ones who waited for the cross to happen back to the downside. When this cross happens, we're looking at this candle. This candle closed at 56.16. You had 1 penny of gain in that entire trade. So what we want to do is find out how we can maximize this trade and make a good profit. But we also want to make sure that we're not putting money at risk by buying on that initial pop, because the move started back here. This move started back at below 56 at 55.82 and had a good 4 or 5 candles of move. I mean, this thing was cranking for 20 minutes before you got into the trade if you bought on the cross. What we want to do is wait for price to come down and close within the cloud and come back out. So that's it. We don't want to wait for price to close within the cloud because it might keep going down. It might have been a reversal and it might keep coming down. We want to close in the cloud and come back out. And you all, this comes from the Discord, from a long time working with Dino, which you all know is Chief Power Trends, and Spectre. These guys have shown me a lot with this system and how to look at these pullbacks. So we're going to come here to make this easier to look at least easier in my eyes. We change price from candles to a line. So when we look at these charts, what we care about in a system like this is where the candle closes or extreme movement within a candle. So when we come here and we have the cross, now that we're looking at a line, this price closed way up here. And again, on the cross coming down, you're getting your price closing way down here. So you missed this entire move. So if we're going to talk, Ilya, about how we look at this, I want to see price come back down into the cloud, close in the cloud, and show me the strength coming out. So when this candle closes here, and each one of these little inflection points is a close, when this candle closes here at 56.30, that's our entry. And you may have taken a little bit earlier on the way because this candle was so strong. But if we waited for the true close at 56.30, that's our in. We wrote it up and nobody knows. There's no crystal ball to say where exactly a top is. But when we get back into the cloud and we close in the cloud again at 56.55, that is a great exit because you got out of your position before all of this coming down. So when we look at EMA trading, I always preface on 3 EMAs. We want our 2 EMAs for cross to show our strength. We want to look for that pullback, and we want our 3rd EMA. In this case, we're using a 1 EMA because price as a line is the exact same thing as 1 EMA. So our 3rd moving average is going to be a 1 EMA, and when it closes within the cloud, that's your sweet spot to get out. That's your spot where you're going to say, I don't want to risk all of this. Now, you might have times where that EMA is going to come down and close in the cloud and come back. Enter a new position if you feel it. If it looks strong and moving back up after touching into that cloud, look for a new position and look at every trade as its own new trade. So, with that being said, there's a lot to look at here with EMAs. It's a system that can be very simple, but you have to find the parts that work for you. The one thing I do not advocate for is just trading on the EMA crosses, because on a chart, this looks good. The cross happened down here, and the EMAs look like they're at $56.01. and then the next cross looks like 56.36, but price is not in the same spots. When we talk about EMAs, I like to have about a 2.5 to 5 ratio on my EMAs. That can be an 821, can be a 10 to 50. A 10 and 50 EMA work very nice. On daily charts, I like to use simple moving averages more than exponential moving averages. If we're in a daily chart, we're taking shares. I like simple moving average crossovers better than exponential. If I'm day trading on a 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute chart, I like to use EMAs. And sometimes you can even use two EMAs. If you go to a 1 and like a 155, you can get some very dynamic movements out of that. So I'm going to bring this over real quick here, see if we can hold our same spot on the chart. We're going to change this and we're going to look at a 1 EMA, which again is price. So that's just where price is, and a 155. So essentially you're looking at a single 155 EMA versus price. When we look at these crossovers, it is pretty darn solid. We got to come all the way back here to find where we came up and we had that initial crossover. Well, it's not even showing my chart. Let's come out here and go 5. Let's go look at the last 10 days and see what we can see. So as we get back, you're going to get some of these now, and this is the thing with EMA crosses and with any trading, you're going to get some quick ins and quick outs. You could have been in a put here and back out. Now this is where you might want to look at a daily time frame and see if price is over or under that 50 SMA. A 50 SMA is a good way to show you which direction we're moving. But when we get this crossover here at 52.83, if we want to hold price as long as it stays over that, we're getting back out at 53.03. So it's just one more way to look at it, you guys. EMA crossovers have been around forever. It is something that you can have 20 different people tell you 20 different ways they use them. The part that I encourage here is that you do your back testing. You look at a system, you watch 20 YouTube videos, and you talk to 20 different traders in the Knights of the Roundtable Discord, find out what they're doing, why they like it, and then back test it. EMAs are a very easy system to backtest. Go back and backtest 100 days worth of crosses and see what you can find. See what your results are. See what your ratios are. And if they're not good, find ways to tweak it and change it. We used 8 and 21 crossovers for a long time in the Discord, and seeking better results, we added that third EMA. And for a long time, it was a 5 EMA, and then we converted to a 1. That comes from a lot of back testing. I tell you guys all the time, you have to back test your systems. Don't just watch a video or listen to a trader in the Discord and start trading what they say works for them. Back test it, analyze your results, and find ways to improve it. If you're not always seeking a way to improve and finding a better study, a better way, then you're only going to fail yourself. That'll wrap it up for today's video. I look forward to seeing you guys all in the Discord. I'll have a link on the website and below in the description. I will talk to you all very soon. Thank you.